Hello, everybody. Welcome back to our quarantine concert series. My name is Stephen Locken Feifke.
I'm Alexa Quarantino.
And before we get things started tonight, we just want to say a huge thank you to everybody who has been with us for the past few months since mid-March. This is our 25th quarantine concert, and we are thrilled to be dedicating tonight's performance to the one and only Charlie Parker, who was a huge influence on both Alexa and myself in developing our interest and our love of jazz music. Charlie Parker was just the most phenomenal alto saxophonist and truly was one of the pioneers of bebop, which is what a lot of the music that Alexa and I play stems out of. So we're going to be paying tribute to Bird tonight, and actually this concert will be our last concert before October. We are going to be taking the month of September off, and so this is going to be an extra special one for everybody, which is why we're at this piano. This piano is almost as old as, or actually even older than Charlie Parker would have been today. So we thought that would be a nice touch. If you're just joining us for the first time on Facebook or YouTube or on Crowdcast, we want to welcome you to our series and urge you to please come back in October when we're back. And let you know that one of the biggest parts of this concert series has been that we have been donating 25% of all of our proceeds to organizations that we believe make the world a better place. We've donated over $10,000 to organizations supporting the Black Lives Matter movement, to COVID-19 musician relief funds. And this month, we are donating 25% of all of our proceeds towards the New York City jazz venues that we call home. And hopefully they'll still be around when this pandemic is all said and done. So without further ado, I'm going to pass the mic on to Alexa, who's going to say a few words as well. And thanks again, everybody, for tuning in.
Welcome back, everybody. Happy Sunday. We also want to send a huge shout out to Rockport Music, who is cross-posting our live stream tonight. And Rockport Music is based in Rockport, Mass, just north of Boston. And so we were very excited to be able to collaborate with them to bring this concert to people all across the internet, especially because we were in the Boston Globe last week as their critics' pick for the weekend. So we're keeping the Boston momentum going, and I'm very excited to welcome any Rockport Music viewers who have not been with us before. So as a friendly reminder, 25% of all the proceeds will go to the NYC venues. And if you are watching on Facebook, you can donate by clicking the Crowdcast link that's in the caption. And if you're on Crowdcast, you can donate by clicking the button that says donate on the bottom corner of your screen. So we're going to start out tonight with a tune of Birds. That's Charlie Parker's nickname. We're going to start with Scrapple from the Apple. And this is a big shout out to Heidi and Mitch Tyson, who were silver sponsors from last week, who were kind enough to be rollover sponsors because we just had an amazing response last week and we couldn't give everybody their own song. So Heidi and Mitch, we appreciate your support so much. This is for you.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Heidi and Mitch, for being sponsors for that last song. And I don't know if you're tuning in, but maybe you can hear us from across the road in Lexington. We're going to just keep things moving right along. There's nothing better than playing Charlie Parker's music. If you tuned in late, thanks so much for joining us, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, or on Crowdcast. 25% of all the proceeds for tonight's concert are going towards the New York City jazz venues that we call home. So we're going to continue now. This is a blues that Charlie Parker wrote, and this is one of Alexa's favorites, as I understand it, and this one is called Cheryl. Thanks so much to Carol Sims for being another rollover sponsor from last week's performance. We really appreciate you, and we hope you enjoyed this performance of Cheryl.
All right, everybody, that was Cheryl for one of last week's silver sponsors, Carol Sims. Thank you so much, Carol. We're getting some awesome comments, and one of my favorite things is reading everybody's comments and thoughts. So thank you all for being with us. And I'm so glad these earrings, Rob, I got some new ones in here today. If anybody has been with us since the beginning, you know that one of my things is I like to switch out my earrings. So that's the extra perk of tuning in live every week. And again, we want to thank Rockport Music for cross-posting us this week. So again, if you're new and just joining us, we are with Rockport Music cross-posting. We are in the Massachusetts area, and we were thrilled to be a Boston Globe Critics pick last week. So we're keeping that Boston love going. And you can donate to our favorite jazz venues that we call home. Again, we've been giving 25% of proceeds, and so the donate button is on Crowdcast there for you. Or if you are on Facebook, please consider clicking that Crowdcast link and following us on Crowdcast so that you can stay tuned about our upcoming events. As Stephen mentioned, September has turned out to be quite crazy. We're actually both have some new music in store for all of you. We each have some of our new music and new records that we're putting together in September, and that combined with holidays and family and all this stuff, it's just, there's a lot happening. So we're going to do some things on Sunday, try to do some watch parties and things of archived concerts perhaps, but we will be taking September off of live concerts. So up next, we've got a great tune, not written by Charlie Parker, but often performed by him. And one of my favorite versions of this is Charlie Parker with Strings, which is one of my absolute favorite records of all time. And so this is Just Friends, and we'd like to dedicate this to Alfred Schweisgut, who is a new friend of ours, and I hope that you're able to tune in live. Alfred, thank you so much for your gold sponsorship, and I think I saw you might be live with us because I think we saw your comment. We so appreciate your generosity and your support, and welcome to our online Crowdcast family. So this is for you, Alfred. This is Just Friends.
Awesome. And our live in studio audience is here. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. They're being subdued tonight. I don't know, but we're glad to have them here, obviously, and thanks for letting us play here. So before we go on, we do have a couple of questions or a couple of comments. Kevin Hogue says, "Lush Life. Wow, either Ella or Johnny Hartman. Did it hit you like it hit me? That is a soul shaker." Yes, that is probably the most beautiful version of that song there is. We're actually about to play a different ballad, but for October, I mean, maybe we should do a night like dedicated to Johnny Hartman, or like the music, like maybe the music off that record. We'll have to talk about it and see. And then Mike Sane says, "Amazing as always. Thanks, Mike. For those of us who don't know, how did you two come to play together, and for how long?"
That's nice. Okay, sure. Thanks, Mike. Thanks so much for joining us. It's been great to see your name on the attendee list every week. Stephen and I we met at a high school summer camp at Skidmore Jazz Institute with one of our teachers who has been so incredibly supportive and generous over the years, and that's Mr. Zaffitz, who is watching as well. And yeah, so then we reconnected when I moved to New York, and he had been in New York for a while. And Steven has a big band, and so I started playing with his big band. And then he kind of started playing with my quartet and teaching at my summer jazz program, Rockport Jazz Workshop, which is a collaboration between Rockport Music and Rockport Public Schools. So that's how the collaboration with Rockport Music tonight came to be. And yeah, and so Steven was on my recent quartet record called Clarity, and he has an upcoming big band record that I'm also on. So and we also live together and are together, so that's how this all came to be. We've been stuck together through quarantine, loving every second of it.
Yeah, definitely gave us a unique opportunity to be able to create music together throughout this time, which we were able to do safely, which is a huge plus. So anyway, thanks for those questions. Back to our scheduled programming. We're going to continue now with a beautiful ballad. This one is dedicated to the Nancaro family. Thank you so much for all of your support over the past few months. This one is Body and Soul.
Thank you. Thank you. Wow. It's so great to see so many familiar and new names in our Crowdcast comments. So thank you all and welcome so much. We have an international crowd tonight, which is just so awesome. And we love seeing the camaraderie between everybody. And Kevin, we definitely want to hear more about how Kevin mentioned he knows Bird's niece, which is pretty incredible. So just amazing. And again, if you're new or you're just joining us, please on Facebook, please head over to our Crowdcast page. You'll see our Crowdcast link in there, and you can catch 23 of our archived concerts that are still in our Crowdcast library. We have things from a masterclass with Wynton Marsalis to pre-concert conversations, all of the above. We've got it all in there. And so while we are going to be on hiatus for the next 4 weeks, we do hope that you'll join us in October. Please, 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 please come back. We're going to miss you so much. And we're sorry that we're not going to be able to make our usual time live, but we promise we will have some fun things up our sleeves and have some things going on through September for you. So we're going to move on now with a tune for our gold sponsor, Kevin Hogue, who we love very much. And he mentioned a little something about this in the comments, and we were able to catch it just before we started. So Kevin, this is Donna Lee, just for you. Thank you so much for your support and hope you enjoy.
Wow, I love playing on that tune. We'll have to make a duo recording at some point of all of these. Yeah, I don't know if you had if you're tuning in and you've been tuning in from the beginning, especially, and you have a favorite song that Alexa and I played, please consider writing it to us in the comments, either on Crowdcast or on Facebook or on YouTube, because that idea actually sounds kind of cool. Like if we made a duo recording of these, and maybe we could, because we're taking the month of September off, maybe we can even do like a little quarantine standards duo album during September. So raise your virtual hand if that's exciting. My dad's he raised his physical hand. Yeah, sorry, we can't see your virtual hand. Your physical hand is fine.
Yeah, the virtual hand emoji.
But yeah, seriously, that sounds like an exciting thing that we could do. All right, well,
apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
You're just really filling it up there, Feifke.
Hey, that's okay. So just in case you're tuning in periodically on Facebook, thank you so much for joining us. We know that the stream is different than it works on Crowdcast. 25% of proceeds from tonight's concert is going towards the New York City jazz venues that we call home. Basically, the places in New York City that we play, that we developed our craft at, that book us for concerts during normal circumstances. And yeah. So anyway, we're going to continue with music, but we really appreciate you tuning in and joining us tonight from wherever you are in the world. We have people here from Australia even. And Brazil.
Okay.
And did I say Brazil enough times?
Virtual applause.
Brazil and Austria. Do we have Japan here as well? Oh my gosh, this is incredible. So
You guys are killing it tonight.
So this has just been an awesome opportunity for Alex and I to connect with so many people from around the world. And we just want you to know that even though we're taking the month of September off, we do have exciting things in store. And we look forward to playing live concerts for you again starting on October 4th. So we're going to...
We have a thumbs
Rob
up
Horton's... okay, we have a lot of thumbs up, actually.
Tell them it's happening.
It's happening. It's happening. And Rob Horton says, and hello from Mexico. Rob Horton says, still crazy after all these years.
That's a Tarantino favorite too.
And Claudia says, hello from Mexico.
Hi, Claudia.
I mean, this is just so awesome. I mean, that's one of the blessings in disguise of quarantine, is that we've been able to connect with all of you from afar. And in many ways, it's actually brought us closer together. But the point of tonight's concert is to play a concert. So we're going to get back to the music. This is one of my personal favorites. It's a contrafact on a song called How High the Moon. And this is a contrafact is when you take the same chord changes as a pre-existing song, in this case, How High the Moon, and then you write a new melody on top of it. So Charlie Parker actually did this quite a bit. And the last song we played, Donna Lee, was a contrafact on Back Home in Indiana. So this, Ornithology, is a contrafact on How High the Moon. And ornithology, I guess, seems like it might be a bit of an inside joke for bird lovers, because Charlie Parker's nickname, as we said earlier in the stream, was Bird, and ornithology obviously is the studies of birds.
Nice.
So this one is awesome. This one is dedicated to Ken and Diane Solomon. Thank you so much for your frequent flyer mile participation in this concert series, our quarantine concert series. All right, here we go. Ornithology.
Thank you.
Excellent. Well, please continue to send in your favorite songs from the Stephen Locke and Feifke and Alexa Correntino songbook over the past 25 weeks. I think we have some takers for this duo record, so we're gonna have to figure that out. Once we both have our own records happening in September, so we will make this happen somehow, some way or another. And once again, thank you to Rockport Music for cross-posting. I also want to just give a special shout-out to our bronze sponsors, and we also had a fabulous platinum sponsor from last week that I think we mentioned. We were kind of, yes, so we had a fabulous platinum sponsor, gold, silver, bronze, whatever you are, whoever you are, wherever you are, we love you. And we think you're awesome. So thank you so much for your support. Let's see. What do we have here? We're going to move on with Anthropology. Another ology.
Study of
people. Isn't it? Anthropology is like the study of like culture, like human culture. I remember taking that class in high school. Clearly a little rusty. So anyway, this is for silver sponsors Dwayne and Ida Miller. Thank you so much. We love you so much. And this is Bird's Anthropology, another rhythm changes, which we love.
We haven't played a rhythm changes yet.
A rhythm changes, which we love.
Cool. Well, thanks to our live in studio audience for that enthusiastic round of applause. And also for some snaps during. Sorry if I got a little distracted. And to Kevin, I am the right-hand man, left is getting it on too. I love your comments. We need to get you to write these duo record liner notes. All right, well, we're going to keep things moving right along here. But before we do, I just want to say from both Alexa and I, we want to give a huge shout out to our Quarantino assistant. She's there in the chats, literally all of them, YouTube, Facebook, and both. So also on my YouTube, on Alexa's YouTube, on A Step Ahead Facebook, on Rockport Music Facebook, Jazz Workshop, and Shalin Liu, right? Okay. And then my Facebook page and Alexa, so it's a lot. And her name is not just Quarantino Assistant, it's also Maura. So Maura, thanks so much for the past couple of months. We're looking forward to picking things back up in October. And yeah, with that having been said, we're going to continue on now to our next selection, which is a personal favorite of mine. One of my earliest Charlie Parker songs that I learned. I think it's one of the first songs that many jazz students learn, so fitting that we would be dedicating it to one of our former professors, the aforementioned Gerald Zaffitz and the Zaffitz family. Thanks so much, and we hope you enjoyed this rendition of Confirmation.
And she said, and Instagram.
Instagram? Yeah. And Instagram.
All right, that's confirmation, aka you need confirmation that you know the changes, because sometimes all the bird tunes can just flow together, and sometimes I just play, I'll mix up the bird bridges here and there. I'll just let it fly, just roll with it. So that's what happened. That's great. And thank you, Kevin. That's so sweet of you. I appreciate you saying that. Honestly, all of you, this have just meant so much to me, and all of us, but as a musician that has to put their instrument on their face, it's very easy for my muscles to go out of shape. And in quarantine, not having a gig every night, that's not as bad as being a trumpet player or a trombone player, where you really, 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 really need to have the horn on your face for many, many hours a day. But even just having these weekly gigs has just been a godsend, because sometimes the weeks and the months just fly, So we really appreciate getting to perform for people who are there every week. We are nearing the end of our set list here. We're going to move on with a tune for Emily, one of our fabulous gold sponsors. This is My Little Suede Shoes. Emily, we love you very much. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. And again, if you're just joining us, just tuning in, we are happy to be cross-posting with Rockport Music tonight. Thank you to the Boston Globe for naming us a Critics' Pick last week. We're keeping that Boston love rolling. And if you're joining us on Facebook or YouTube, please join us on Crowdcast. Click that Crowdcast link and make sure you follow us so that you are up to date when we come back ripping and roaring in October. And if you are so inclined, you can click that donate button, and 25% of proceeds go to our New York jazz venues that we call home. This is My Little Suede Shoes.
Thanks, Gary. Yes, I totally agree. And in fact, I'd actually, I'd actually I shouldn't stand to correct you. I don't even have a shoe to stand on. But what we're really after here is an LL Bean sponsorship. We've been trying to get that since the middle of March. So if anybody who's tuning in now that we're on all these platforms, if you know someone at LL Bean, like, we're not joking. We really want an LL Bean endorsement. I especially need help. Wow, I can't believe I just showed my feet on Instagram on all these platforms. Anyway, this has just been such a fun concert. We want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's tuned in tonight and also who's tuned in over the last 3 months. As Alexa mentioned, we're going to be going into the studio, each of us separately, and recording some new music, as well as now we've decided that we're going to be recording a quarantine standards record. So there's a lot to look forward to, even though there's a bit of a break, and we'll definitely be keeping up to date with everybody with some neat surprises over the month that are just unique to those of you who have signed up through our Crowdcast page. So if you're enjoying what you're hearing on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, please do consider clicking that link, crowdcast.io/Stephen and Alexa, and give us a follow. That way we can stay in touch with you throughout the month of September. Because who knows how long this is going to last, you know? And we just want to be able to connect with all of you that we can. So, again, happy 100th birthday to Bird, and a huge thank you to Rockport Music for partnering with us for this live streamed event. Alexa's actually got a quartet gig there herself for part of their live streaming series, and they're just putting on some amazing shows and doing some amazing work while we're all in quarantine. So if you head on over to their page, they'll definitely have a lot of information about that for you. So... Yes, yeah, absolutely. So Alexa's got a little bit more to say before we kick this off right now. Yeah, famous feet, David. Hardly, but before my brother's there laughing at me for my feet. But anyway, before we close the concert out tonight, Alexa does want to say a few things, and thank you again so much to everybody who's tuned in tonight and who supported us for the past 3 months.
And we just want to say a special thank you as well. Every week we dedicate a song on the set list to gold sponsors and silver sponsors, but our bronze sponsors mean so much to us, and just everybody that has been able to contribute. It's just been such a crazy time without gigs, and to be honest, you all have just been so helpful and helping us get through and helping others get through as we've been donating to those other causes. So we want to also thank Joan Freilich, Al Toland, Edward Howe, Gary Brown, Jeff Phillips, Jose Luis Vasquez, Ken Hayes. You all are so special to us. And so please, everybody, make sure if you are watching and joining us for the first time, like Jeff Phillips, thank you so much for joining us from the Rockport Music page. Anyone tuning in on Facebook or YouTube, please make sure we get you on Crowdcast, and that way we will be able to notify you for October 4th. So as Maura, our fabulous Quarantino assistant, mentioned, please send us any suggestions, any ideas that you have. We'll be brainstorming for you through September. Keep in touch, and we will see you in October. This is a classic that was requested actually on YouTube. This is Blues for Alice, and we are going to dedicate this to our two families, the Tarantinos and the Feifkes, for their gold fabulous sponsorship. Gold and more. They are the platinum gold. They are like Onyx level, like the Delta 360 level. We love them. Hotel, yeah, the hotel level. Okay, we love you.
All right, folks, that is all from us for the summer months. We'll be back in October, on October 4th. We really hope that we'll see you there. Until then, my name is Stephen Locke and Feifke.
I'm Alexa Quarantino.
And
See you in October.
This is kind of sad. We'll see you in October. Thanks, everybody.
Grazie. Prego.